After 24 hours trapped by the boulder, his hand had turned a bluish gray. Even if he got out, it was beyond saving. But right now, his bigger worry was that he only had about 300 milliliters of water left, barely enough to last a few days. He'd given up on grinding away at the rock. The knife just got duller and the stone seemed to get harder. It was never going to work. That night, he unwrapped the food he'd brought and ate it in tiny bites. After finishing, he allowed himself the smallest sip of water, afraid to drink anymore. Mark took out his contact lenses and held them in his mouth to keep them moist. He hadn't urinated all day. On the third day, he tried a new approach, wrapping his bungee cord around the boulder several times and connecting it to the rope above with a carabiner to create a makeshift pulley system. Not bad physics really, but whether he wrapped it around his hand and pulled or looped it around his foot and pushed, the boulder didn't budge an inch no matter how hard he strained. All that effort for nothing. Overwhelmed with despair, his mind kept drifting to water. Water, soda, beer. Finally, he couldn't resist and took a small sip from his bottle. Then suddenly, the urge to pee hit him hard. He yanked down his pants and let it go immediately, probably his dehydrated body acting up. The second time, he got smart and peed into his water bag, figuring it might come in handy later. That evening, he recorded a summary for the camera. The pulley system failed because the rope was elastic. He was down to 150 milliliters of water, enough to last until tomorrow night at best. Then he noticed something. The tube of his hydration pack was wrapped in a woven cotton strap, a perfect tourniquet. Deep down, he already knew what his only option was. He wrapped the strap tightly around his right arm, then used the carabiner to cinch it tighter and tighter. He pulled out his utility knife and started cutting into his own arm, but the blade was so dull it couldn't even break the skin. He was incredibly weak now, drifting in and out of consciousness. He took another drink of water but accidentally knocked the bottle over, spilling precious drops. In his darkest moment, he thought about his ex-girlfriend, trying to find some comfort. Suddenly, lightning flashed and thunder rolled. Rain was coming. He quickly opened his mouth and held out his bottle to catch the water. The rain poured down harder, instantly forming streams. A flash flood rushed into the narrow canyon, and the water rose fast, climbing over his head. Underwater, he pushed against the boulder with all his might. It moved. He was free. He raced back to his car and drove straight to his ex-girlfriend's place. He wanted to win her back, but he couldn't make a sound. She closed the door on him, and he woke up crying. It was just a dream. He was still trapped in this nightmare of a canyon. On the fourth day, he finished the last of his water. From here on out, there was nothing left. His heart was pounding, his whole body shivering. Death was knocking at the door. He decided he was done waiting.